So welcome to Brian's Bike Reviews. Today, sitting in front of me, we have our build that I've been kind of talking about. It is a 15-pound road bike for under $1,000. Now, the whole goal was to get it under 15 pounds, which is the current UCI limit. However, the downside was that the bike ended up weighing 15.8 pounds, and that was without pedals. Could we have got it under the 15-pound mark? The answer is most likely yes. We just didn't have enough time to really source a good seat. The seat is a little heavy. It weighs over 200 grams, which is it's not a heifer by any means, but it is. We could save a little weight here. Now again, the purpose of building this bike was to prove to people that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a pro quality road bike or even a tour level quality road bike. This build ended up having Mavic Cerium Elite SLs. These are 2008 wheels, and we have the current 2015 Shimano 105 drivetrain. The nice thing about this drivetrain is that it's the 11-speed 5800 group, and it shifts just as well as the Dirt Ace groups I've ridden in the past, and it comes in at a remarkably good price. We ended up getting ours from overseas for around $330. The bike is outfitted with a pretty decent cockpit. We have a Ritchie stem, we have some zip handlebars, we have a Bontrager seat post, and in addition to that, the bike was also weighed with cages on it. So now these are just kind of plastic ones that you could pick up from your local bike shop. Again, the total build came out to be under $1,000. If you want specifics on that, you can we have a detailed video going through each one of the parts. And in addition to that, you can kind of see where we sourced each part from and how we were able to do it. But I can tell you that it rides very, very well. I'm very impressed with the Diamondback podium bike. In fact, I would go as far to say that it rides as well as, I would say, a $7,000 bike. I've owned Cervelo and I've owned Assworks in the past. But I really like the frame set. I think it works really, really well. It's not overly stiff, it's very, very, very comfortable, and you don't have a lot of sway or movement in the bottom bracket. So I'm really pleased with it in that department. So again, this is what the bike turned out as. And if you're wondering why this particular Diamondback has a custom paint job to it, it's not because of something we did. It actually was a leftover team bike from the Kelly Benefits squad out on the East Coast. And if you want to know about where we got the frame, there's a little bit more detail in the other video. However, the frame set itself ran us around $450, which was a very, very good deal. And what we were looking for was a sub 900 gram frame and a very, very light fork that we could afford for this sub $1,000 bike build. So this is it. This is the final product. I'm pleased with it. It's still a bummer that we didn't get it under the 15-pound mark. That being said, I'm sure that there's going to be some other YouTuber out there that's able to beat our recommendations. However, I will say as a daily rider, I think you could ride this for a good 10 years and it would just hold up fine without getting into some super, super light parts. Everything on here is are parts that you can readily find. Maybe not at the prices that we did. We had to finagle a lot at the local bike shops, but I think that you would have no problem building up this particular bike for the $1,200 mark, even if you weren't kind of finding our killer deals. Again, it took us about a month to source this bike to get every single part, so it wasn't an overnight thing. If you're looking to go out and buy a bike at a bike shop, just remember you can get a great bike at a great price. Just talk to your local dealers. However, if you're interested in building, this is kind of a proof of concept that you can do a lot with a little. And I wish you luck, and send over pictures of your builds so we can talk about what you guys made, and I would be excited to see. Thanks.